All right. Welcome you guys into today's Be the Change team call. Thank you so much for coming. And if you're on the recording, hi. Wave hi, Lori. Hi. We miss you. All right, you guys, I know we have a lot of people on our team that work full time, which is so awesome that you can even just squeeze, this business in like throughout your day. It's totally awesome. So thank you so much for being here. You guys, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days left of March. And then we're going into April and Super Saturday. So I hope that you are going to a Super Saturday near you, or if you're able to travel to one, you are more than welcome to register and get yourself there. But Super Saturdays are a big event. We have them once a quarter. There's always corporate announcements, so we always hear something totally amazing that they always say for us for Super Saturday. So I'm excited to hear what that's going to be. So make sure that you get yourself there. It's also a good way to meet other coaches in your area to get that extra support. I mean, this business is done at home. It's lonely a lot of times. We don't have that extra person talking to us while the kids are giving us a hard time, or maybe we're having relationship issues and we don't have anyone to talk to about them except for ourselves. So a lot of times it really helps you guys just to know that you have like this big huge group of people out there in the world that are other coaches that are going through the same exact stuff that you are. And they can give you advice, tips on how to get through it and still push through to your goals for your business. So I love them. Another thing that I want to just mention real quickly is we have a brand new Coach Basics that's starting next Monday, which, let me figure out the date in my head. The first, second, third, fourth. I believe it's the 4th, yeah. So the 4th. And so if you have any new coaches that you have brought on in the month of March, whether they decided to become, a discount coach, or, a coach that hasn't actually started to work the business yet, or if they came on and they're like, let's go, I want to be top 10, no matter what type of coach that they are, plug them into Coach Basics, because they still need to know and understand our company's, procedures, what our belief system is, so that when they go to decide to work the business, they'll have all the tools that they need to be successful. So really important. If you have any coaches that maybe, started strong and they have kind of backed off, just reach out to them and say, hey, what's up? I hope you had a nice Easter. Just to let you know, we have a brand new, Coach Basics. If you are wanting to jump back into the business, this is a great way to, kind of re-inspire you to, learn and to help other people. So you can definitely mention that to them. I think that's it as far as announcements. Okay, so today we're going to go over my top 10 tips for becoming a very successful coach. Now, I've been a coach it's going to be 2 years in May, so I'm actually coming up on my 2-year anniversary, which is really super cool. And I have used the majority of these tips and tools that I'm going to give to you guys for the entire time that I've been a coach. And so using these consistently over time is how you're going to get that payoff. It's what's going to make you a successful coach. Okay. Unfortunately, what happens is, we're in this microwave world where everybody wants things instantly. It's just the way that the times are. We get things instantly on Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform. We can find anything that we want, within seconds. And so a lot of times as we're building our business, we get frustrated because things aren't happening as quickly as we would like. I've been there too, so it's not unheard of that you will get that frustration, but it's what you do with that frustration when it happens. Do you walk away? Do you give up real easily? Or do you know and understand the basics and you keep pushing through and doing those basics over and over, knowing that as you are consistent, it is going to have that big payoff. Okay, so that's a question that all coaches have to ask themselves. All right, so this is a meeting where you're going to want a pen and a piece of paper. So make sure that you grab that, and you're going to want to write these down. And then, of course, any little thoughts that you might have as I'm talking next to the tip, more than welcome to, of course, write that down. Whatever helps you to get it stuck in your head, and so that you can go and apply it, that is definitely what I want you to do. Okay, so tip number 1, write out your goals and your dreams. Now, you want to think about like what makes you happy, what would bring you that ultimate satisfaction where you're like, yes, this is it. This is like life. I am living my dream. You want to be like, really just go for it. Don't hold yourself back. When you go to write out your dreams and your goals, a lot of times this inner negative voice will be like, oh, you'll never reach that, so you might as well not write that down, okay? Very common for that to happen. It's a human nature thing. But what I want to encourage you guys to do is kick that voice out of your head, okay? Don't believe it, and you still write it down, okay? If you want to hit top 10, if you want to be 5-star diamond and you want to be leading your own team, you have this big vision, you need to write it down. And after you write it down, you need to share it with somebody, okay? You need to put it out there. Putting your goals and dreams out publicly, you can post them on your page, you can tell your family members, whatever it is that's going to get you like so motivated because you're seeing it everywhere to just push for it. Do that. I did in the beginning of the year, we actually did some dream boards, and that was pretty, fun exercise. And a lot of us put them out onto our personal page, just letting people know, hey, I did this vision board. This is what my goals are for the year. If you did that with me, I want you to go backwards and look at what you wrote. See if you have achieved any of those things, or if you see yourself moving towards that direction still without giving up. If you've achieved those, just put a little, check mark and write the date, and you can have a little like celebration party, go get your nails done or something. But, make sure that you write them out, because if you keep them in your head, okay, there's like this statistic that I've heard, and I can't remember the percentage, but I have heard this over and over again, where if you keep your dreams in your head or your goals in your head and you don't write them down and get them out there, you're less likely to achieve them. And so it's very important to write them down, put them up where you can see them, maybe on your mirror, your bathroom mirror when you wake up each morning, or your refrigerator. Maybe you can do like a Pinterest dream board or something, but cell phone note, whatever that you want to do to get it on paper, on where you can see it, have that visual, so that when you wake up every day, you're working towards that. Okay, tip number 2, become an amazing student, okay? If you want to be paid as a top coach, you have to be a student like a top coach. Just like if you were going to be a doctor, okay, you have to go to school to get that payoff, right? So show up to meetings, if you hear that we're scheduling, something to help you, whether it's, our team call like this once a week on Tuesday morning, or, maybe one of our top coaches has an amazing training and it's free and they're offering it to people and you have the time and you're not doing anything, like show up, sign up for it. You're more than welcome to do things outside of our team. Whatever you need to do to get yourself to where you want to go, like you need to do that. I have consistently done that. I've gone to not only Anita's calls, but I've gone to Leslie's calls, who's above her. I've gone on to YouTube. I've researched, just typed in things like, because I'm not always going to be available. I might be working out and you might have a question, or it might be the middle of the night and you decide, I can't sleep, I want to work, and like no one's available to ask a question or answer. Like you have to learn how to be a good student. So what do good students do? They go and they research, they go and ask the questions themselves. And more times than not, people use Google these days. So, you can Google things. For Beachbody stuff, I've normally, like in my coaching career, have used YouTube because there's so many trainings from other top coaches on YouTube that if you were just to go and type like how to create a Facebook event page, or how to create your list of 100 friends that you want to talk to about the business, how to get to 1 star, how to understand team volume. I mean, whatever it is that you're wanting to understand, you can literally type it into YouTube, and more than likely there's going to be a Beachbody coach that has done a video, and you can learn about it. Now, here's what is awesome, okay, about being a coach. Coaches are also teachers, okay? And so what you're going to want to do is, as you're learning, okay, and you're developing, eventually you're going to want to teach those same things to your own team, to your own challengers. And so it's very important that you learn how to make a video on YouTube, what it looks like from watching, several of them, and then actually recreating your own. Now, what I've actually done in the past when I've recreated stuff is I have taken like, a notepad like this, but you can also type whatever's faster. And as I'm learning, I'm taking notes, and sometimes I'll even write it down, word for word, so that when I go to actually make my own video, it's either typed up on a Word document, so I'm still staring at the screen, right? So I'm not like, in the beginning, I was going like this all the time on my videos because I was reading off of my notes. And it's not like that's a horrible thing to do at all. At least I was getting videos up, and I was helping people, and I was, inspiring people, and people were still joining my team even though I was looking down. So it's like not that big a deal. But, over time you get more comfortable with the camera, and you're like, I don't mind looking at the camera. I don't care if people are seeing my eyeballs, And so I found that I started typing stuff, and then I was able to feel like I was engaging more. And so that is what the person on the other end is looking for, is that engagement. And that's what I found is more people have watched the videos on the ones where I'm looking at them and I'm smiling and all that kind of stuff. So that's just stuff, that you learn. But you definitely want to recreate those videos, because eventually you are going to have a big thriving team. It's going to happen, and they're going to be looking to you for how to learn, okay? And so it's important that you step into that leader role, and have people look to you as a leader. So making your own videos will do that. Okay, tip number 3. 3 vital behaviors, which we're now turning into 4, but but it's how this BBB or Beachbody thing is going to work. So what are our vital behaviors? Okay, they are reading personal development every single day. They say 10 minutes, but I do longer because I need more. And we're getting our workout in, so we're being proof the product works by workout, drinking our shake, and we're also inviting every day. So inviting to our challenge groups, inviting to our team. And then number 4 is recognition. So we are recognizing, not only our coaches when they achieve, certain things, but when they're actually working towards something. So it's not like they have to hit something, okay, for you to, do a little post of congratulations to them. But, it's the hard work, right, that we're putting in, and that struggle and the blood and the sweat and the tears that it takes, to get to our goal. And so it's awesome to be able to actually acknowledge someone that is working towards their goal. So you can actually do that with your team members, and you can also do that with your challenger. So, if you are working with the challenger and they've lost 5 pounds and they're super excited about it, maybe they're, feeling good, they've got all this energy and stuff like that, like do a spotlight on them, just start doing spotlights. You can just call it a spotlight, and just get a picture of them and just, maybe go on the pick monkey and put the little circle, you know, up there, like a colored circle, and then maybe, you know, inside the wording part, say like challenger spotlight, or you can do coach spotlight, whatever. And then just start talking about them and saying congratulations, tag their name in your post so that it goes onto their page, tag them in the photo. And just, you know, let people know how excited that you are for them, that they are working towards their goal and they're like seeing it. That is what being a successful coach looks like, is us doing those things. Okay. Tip number 4, consistency. Have to be epically consistent. Never let off the gas pedal, okay? So as you're doing your vital behaviors, Lori, is my internet okay? Because it's saying it's unstable. Is it going in and out? Okay. I don't know why, but hopefully it'll be okay. Sorry if I'm cutting out. Okay. So tip number 4, again, being consistent. So you're going to take those 4 vital behaviors and you're going to do them consistently every single day. And not only are you going to do them, okay, but you're going to do them with the best attitude possible that you could possibly pull out of yourself. You're going to do it with charged up energy and a passion and a drive, knowing that as you do those 4 things, that you are working towards your dream life, you're working towards your dreams and your goals in this business. And if you do them with the right attitude, you guys, you are going to get there. Not only get there, but you're going to get there faster, because people pick up on your emotions. And if you're going into conversations and you're feeling downhearted, let's say, if someone gives you an objection, you're going to be like, okay, I'll follow up with you in a couple months. Like, you're not going to have that drive to want to help them get past their objection. And so you have to remember, when you get an objection, it doesn't always mean no, okay? It means they need a little bit more help to get past their objection. So don't always just, you know, write off a person right away. If they're saying, for instance, if they're saying that they can't afford it, I have learned just in being in sales for over 20 years that someone saying they can't afford it doesn't mean they don't have the money. It actually means that you haven't given them enough information, enough value for them to spend the money that they have, okay? And so you need to go backwards in those conversations when you get objections and figure out, like, where is there a hole? Did I leave something out where maybe they didn't have what they needed to make that decision? Okay, and so consistency is huge. All right, so tip number 5, you need to set your business hours and live by them, all right? There's always going to be something or someone that is trying to get your attention from you. And so, especially if you are a mom, you're always going to have your kids, right? Especially if they're at home with you, you're going to like, mommy, 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 you know? And so, FYI, I don't miss that part at all. My kids being younger. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And may I never get pregnant again. Okay. So I understand, because I've been working from home, you guys, for a long time. Even when I was in corporate America, I still had a job that allowed me to work at home. And I was on the phone, okay? And so you better believe my kids were running around. They were, excuse me, sorry, I had lint in my mouth. So they were running around, creating chaos, and I was trying to be professional on the phone. And, you know, people were hearing me, and they're like, you know, where are you? Where am I calling? So, you know, I understand all of that, you guys, but it works a lot better if you can set up your hours around what you have going on. So let's say that your kids, you know that they're going to be up, you know, running around chaotic. That would probably not be the best time for you to host a team call, you know, because you know you're going to be distracted and you're not going to be able to be as effective as a leader. You know, if they're running around and you're doing invites or talking to people, you might actually find that your head's not in the game, so that might not be a good time for you to be doing, you know, messages to people either. So you kind of have to look at your day and figure out, like, what's the best time for me to be messaging people? What's the best time for me to be a mom? What's the best time for me to get my workout in? Like, you have to look at your whole day and schedule everything in. And so, like, all of us carry this around. The best thing that you can do is either create some sort of schedule in here, make notes, so you can go in here every day and you're like, okay, what am I doing at 8? Okay, I'm going to actually my job today. Going to my job at 8. Okay, what am I doing at 9? Taking my pee break. When I go pee, I might be able to follow up with a couple people while I'm in the stall. I mean, why not? People do it all the time. You come out of the stall, you go back to work, okay? Then maybe an hour, you know it's true. Then maybe an hour later, you're on your 10 or 15-minute break, okay? You're on here. You're following up. You're inviting. You're making your posts. I mean, you guys, you can work your business in. Social media is instant. It only takes like a couple of seconds or minutes to, you know, respond to somebody or to send out an email. I mean, it's really, really fast. So if you keep your schedule on your phone, you're carrying your phone to work, you're carrying your phone to your soccer game, you're carrying it everywhere. You can work the business anywhere. Go on vacation, work the business if you want to. All right, so tip number 6, personal development. People want to work with somebody on a growth path. If you are not on a growth path, it's going to show up, okay? People are going to be able to tell you're stagnant, you're not going anywhere, you've become unmotivated, you know, they're not feeling inspired, you know, by you. And so you want to make sure that you're on a daily path of growth. And then as you are reading, share it. Share it with people. Why not? Share with people what you're reading and what you learned for the day, because what you learned and what spoke to you might speak to somebody else, you know? And so it can be one of your posts. You can do it every single day. All right, tip number 7. Use social media as your reality TV show. You already have built-in trust on your personal page, so just start building your business there. Now, I understand that we can't share everything. You know, if you get in a fight with your husband, you're probably not going to want to share that, you know. But you want to share positive things. So look at your day and just be like, man, what would inspire somebody else that is a stay-at-home mom just like me? And, you know, to keep going on their own journey. Like, look at every single thing that you do throughout your day as being a potential inspiration to somebody else. If you're making your 2 eggs and you're not putting salt because your meal plan says no salt, you know, but we're feeling better, right? We're not as bloated. So, you know, share that with people, you know, be like, I used to salt the crap out of my eggs, but now I don't. And while at first I miss, you know, the savoriness of the salt, like, I'm noticing I'm actually feeling better. You know, I'm feeling less bloated. I'm waking up and my eyeballs aren't as puffy right here. You know, different things. My hands aren't feeling as tight in the morning. The skin's not wrapped around my bone being like, ouch, you know. So, I mean, like, different things happen when you take salt out, right? So, I mean, that could be an inspiration. Maybe someone else is waking up with the puffy eyes and the tight hand or the tight feet, you know? So you have to just look at every single thing that you're doing throughout the day as being a possible inspiration and just posting about it, you know? Just sharing your life. Let people in. They're going to trust you that way, so that when you go and actually invite them to something that's going to change their freaking life, they're going to want to jump in with you because they already have fallen in love with you and your personality and the fact that you don't hold back and you're real and you're raw. And they just love that about people because they don't get it. You know, everyone around them is being fake, you guys. Everyone around them is putting on this fake persona that everything is okay. And then they're like, well, if everything's okay, why am I not okay? They start to question themselves. And that is what turns into depression and sometimes suicide, okay? Because they think that they're the only ones going through stuff. So it's really important that we share that they're okay, that we go through stuff, that they are not alone, you know, and that we just share. Okay, tip number 8, use the team script. It is your Bible, your B-I-B-L-E. When I first became a coach, you guys, Anita gave me the team script. Now, for me, I've been in sales for over 20 years. I am totally used to scripts, okay? I even used to write my own scripts all the time. And when they started working and I was kicking ass at my sales, you know, other people were like, what are you doing? And I was more than happy to give them the script. You know, I've always loved writing scripts based on how my conversations are going. And so the scripts can constantly change as you, you know, are talking to people. You know, maybe a certain part of the script isn't working, and so you can kind of tweak it, make it better, and then you start seeing it work. You alter the script. So, you know, the script is alive, it's living, it's breathing. It can move and change as the times, the world changes, you know, with what people need to hear. But right now where our team script is at, it's working like charm. I mean, like, I could use that script all day long, and I can lead somebody all the way to the end, and all the way to the decision where they are jumping in. Now, does it work every single time? Is every single person that you talk to today going to join you today? You know, no, okay, they're not, because timing is everything. And yes, they may not actually have the money, okay? When you know, have asked more questions and you've given them more value, and it really comes down to them saying, dude, I only have $20 in my account. I cannot do it until payday. You know, you kind of understand, like, when people get to that point and they're saying things like that, that it really is the money, and then you could actually follow up with them. But you want to make sure that you find out what their reason is. But just don't give up, okay? Use the script. Don't deviate from the script. It's very, very tempting, you know, to deviate from the script. But what happens when you deviate, it's hard to come back. So if you've deviated from the script and you kind of go off over here in La La Land, you know, you might notice that the person you're talking to is the one that is controlling the conversation. They have been the one leading you down the path when you need to be the one leading them down the path. And so it's very important, if you guys want to help more people close the deal, close the sale, if you will, even though you don't want to look at them as a sale, but it is, okay, we're taking money. So, you know, you have to make sure that you are the one that is in control, okay? If you have a control freak nature like myself, it should be a little easier for you to stay in control. But if you kind of go here and there, and, you know, you might have a not that personality type, it might be a little harder for you to stick with the script. But I'm telling you, if you do, you will have success. So if someone asks you a question, you know, you can answer it, but then go right back to the script and ask that next question. Lead, 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 lead. Okay, tip number 9. Don't try to do and work on too many social platforms at once. You know, it's always been taught and trained to me, and so I'm training you guys the same way, is be good, get excellent at 1, maybe 2 platforms. But don't focus on more than that, because if you do, it's going to be so it's going to be too much, okay? Because each platform is its own animal, okay? Instagram has a different way of posting than Facebook because it just works differently. Same thing with Twitter, Pinterest. You know, now there's Snapchat, okay? And so I'm on Snapchat now, and I love it. You know, it's something I'm, I love being a goofball. Like, my personality is being a goofball. And so Snapchat is allowing me to, like, be the goofball that I am by, you know, changing up my face and doing crazy things. You know, I could still post about, you know, being a fit, motivated mom and show me doing my sweaty selfie, woo, you know, and I could be like, if you want more information on my next group, you know, I can type that on the picture, you know, find me over at Facebook, you know. So I'm doing those types of things, but then in between being real, or I'll show what I'm doing on watching TV or whatever. But, you know, get really good at 1 to 2 and spend your energy there, okay? And then the last tip number 10, You need to be able to duplicate everything that I have trained you guys on and take it and recreate it for yourself. You need to be able to, have your systems duplicatable so that you can give it to your coaches. There's no need to reinvent the wheel in being a Beachbody coach. There's just not, okay? Every single coach that you see that's out there that is in the top 10 or even in the top 30 is doing the same exact things that we are. They've just been doing them longer. That's it. That's it. And they've taken the systems and they've given it to their coaches, and they run with the coaches that are wanting to do those things. They're wanting to have that same success, okay? So those are the top 10 tips. I hope that you guys like them. If you need to go backwards, you can, of course, find this recording on YouTube. So if you guys want to go back and like listen again, write everything down if you missed anything, you guys can do that. If you have any questions, comment underneath the post in our team page after I upload the video, and I'd be happy to help you guys. But let's get out there, you guys. We have 3 days left, okay? It's not too late if you are working towards helping your 3 people for the month to get started in their fitness and nutrition challenge, okay? It's not too late. You can actually do that in 1 day. I do this all the time, especially towards the end of the month. What really, really helps is giving something away. So if you have yet to hit Success Club, I recommend that you look around your house, find something Beachbody related that's maybe packaged up still that you haven't used. Maybe you got something from me. Maybe you got something as from hitting Success Club a previous month. Whatever it is, you can actually take that and let people know, snap a picture of it, kind of snap a picture and maybe say, the next 3 people that join my challenge group will be entered to win this, whatever it is, okay? So that is a really, really good way to get those last minute challengers to sign up. Same thing when you're doing your follow-up messages. If you're giving something away right now, let them know inside the follow-up messages that you do too, okay? That has definitely helped me to get a lot of last-minute challengers. Giving them a deadline. When you join me by March 31st, you'll be entered to win whatever it is that you want to give away. You're ready to join. Sometimes people just need that extra little incentive to jump in. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for joining today's call. You guys are awesome rock stars, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do with the last 3 days of the month. So go get them, you guys, and you are successful. So live out the dream and the goal that you know you are capable of reaching. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.